voice me. I am your mother.
Number 5. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. My family's always been in me. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a low-budget exploitation film about, well, a chainsaw massacre. Like The Exorcist did a year earlier, this movie shocked audiences by delivering something they'd never seen. Sure, axe and chainsaw-wielding maniacs are common in current horror cinema. But in 1974, it was something new.
There are moments when we cannot believe that what is happening is really true. Pinch yourself and you may find out that it is.
This heat is just driving me crazy. I don't know if I can take much more.
The condition of retrogradation is contrary or inharmonious to the regular direction of actual movement in the zodiac.
It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Number 4. The Shining. Come play with us, Stanley. Forever and ever and ever. The Shining holds a special place in my heart. Why? Because it scared the shit out of me when I was just 10 years old.
About 8 and 10. From what I've been told, I mean, he seemed like a completely normal individual. But at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
You can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
Mom?
Yeah?
Do you really want to go and live in that hotel for the winter?
Sure I do. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, I guess so.
For some people, solitude and isolation can of itself become a problem.
What, dude? I killed you and Danny.
You did this to me. Didn't you? How could you? How could you?
Here's Johnny.
Number 3. The Conjuring. This thing has latched itself to your family. The Conjuring brought the supernatural horror genre back into the mainstream. As of 2021, this movie has generated more than $319 million worldwide, compared to a filming budget of $20 million. It spawned a franchise that now includes 8 movies, and counting.
What are you guys?
Well, we've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
There's someone here that would like to talk to you.
There's something horrible happening in my house.
It's November 1st, 1971. I'm sitting here with Carolyn Perrin, who, with her family, has been experiencing supernatural occurrences. You picking up anything in here, hon?
Something awful happened here, Ed.
What is it? Whatever Lorraine sees, feels, touches, it takes a toll on her. A little piece each time.
You have a lot of spirits in here, but there's one that I'm most worried about because it is so hateful. Look what she made me do. We have to get out of here.
That's not gonna help.
This thing has latched itself to your family.
Father, we never seen nothing like this.
I'm coming with you.
No way. I can't lose you.
There's a lady in a dirty nightgown that I see in my dreams. She's standing in front of my mom's bed.
Do you want to see him?
Yeah?
When the music stops, you see him in the mirror standing behind you.
Look what she made me do.
Number 2. Hereditary. I never wanted to be your mother. I was happy to see Hereditary coming at number 2 on a list of the scariest horror films of all time. This movie starts out with a slow burn, and then goes completely bananas.
It's heartening to see so many strange new faces here today. I know my mom would be very touched, and probably a little suspicious. My mother was a very secretive and private woman. It's Grandma. You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you. She was a very difficult woman, which maybe explains me.
I recognize you from your mother.
What?
Sometimes I swear I can feel them in the room.
Oh my God, what's that?
She isn't gone.
She had private rituals, private friends.
Who's gonna take care of me?
You don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die...
And she wasn't altogether there. At the end.
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening? Enough! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Please, Mom, what's happening? Make it stop! Make it stop!
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family.
Finally, the number 1 is The Exorcist. The power of Christ compels you. When considering The Exorcist is one of the most frightening films ever, we have to remember its age. Most of the scary movies from the early 1970s were fairly tame by modern standards, until The Exorcist came along.
There is another world. The world of darkness. Nobody expected it.
Let's see what
Nobody believed it. And nothing could stop it.
There are no experts. You probably know as much about possession as most priests. Look, your daughter doesn't say she's a demon. She says she's the devil himself.
I'm telling you that that thing upstairs isn't my daughter. Now, I want you to tell me that you know for a fact that there's nothing wrong with my daughter except in her mind. You tell me you know for a fact that an exorcism wouldn't do any good. You tell me that!
The one hope. The only hope. The Exorcist.